Hey everybody, this is Jeffrey Jansen. Hope everybody's having a great day today. It is Monday. Today is December 21st, 2020. Today I hope everybody's going to get a good kick start to the week. I hope you're all starting your week strong because we have Christmas right around the corner. I know some people probably have this week off and next week, and they're off until basically next year, which is only a couple weeks away. I hope each and every one of you knows how important you are. I hope each and every one of you knows that who you are matters. The things you say and do make a difference, and not just your lives, but the lives of those around you. I hope you understand that giving up is not an option. Quitting is not an option. Giving in is not an option. Got to push on. There's no such thing as quit. The only time you quit is when you fail to get back up. Is when you take failure and you're okay with it. Failure is not okay. I don't care how many people say, oh, you got to teach your kids. No. Failure is a learning lesson. Failure is a lesson in life that shows each one of us what we need to do to succeed. Failure is not something that you should ever be okay with. If you start a business and all of a sudden you give up, throw in the towel, and you don't open up another one, that's not okay. If all of a sudden you're not a good parent, just like, fine, I don't care, I give up. That's not okay. You cannot give up on anything you do. Each and every one of us, we deal with success and failure in our own way. But the one thing we can never allow, never accept to happen, one thing that we can never do, never allow, and never accept to happen is for us to give up, to give in, to be okay with mediocrity. People that built this country, built America, people that think about how many people are scared of heights and everything else. Yet we built basically skyscrapers touching the sky, touching the stars, not by cranes, but by men and women that went up there and they built them. Farmers built this country, with rough soil and bad and flooding and everything else. Yet they never gave up. They kept going on strong. You cannot accept defeat. You just have to find a different way of doing things. If one way doesn't work, you do another way. I get it. I take it hard sometimes because instead of quitting, I just try different things because something may not work. So I look at things that people have never done before. I look at ways of doing things that people say, well, it'll never work, but I myself have never tried it. So nobody else should try it either. Well, then guess what? If it's successful, then you don't have room to say that you knew what you were talking about. People are just scared. You got to get over that hurdle. You got to get over being scared. You got to get over being mediocrity. You just, so many people, they're wanting to be in their comfort zone, and then they can't figure out why they don't get ahead. You can't get ahead if you're in your comfort zone. You can't do it. I'm sorry. You can't get more if you're not willing to take a risk, take a chance, to get out of there. You're right. Some people take big risks all the time. And you know what? That's what they're known for, is those risk takers. And a good example, I guess, would be Donald Trump. Yeah, he failed. He went into bankruptcy many, many times. He still became president. That's more than anybody else has done. I respect the man for that. And I know a lot of people are going to give me a hard time. I can't stand him. That's fine, but you didn't do it. You were not willing to do what it takes to get where you wanted to be. He did. How about George Bush? Maybe, one of our presidents. How about Abraham Lincoln? Start looking at people that have success. Who's had a lot of success in my hometown? The Napite family. But you want to know something? They've had a lot of failures too. But they didn't let the failures over the last 100 years get them to give up. Because if they gave up, they would put all of their employees out of work. All of a sudden, they would be no good to anybody. But you want to know something? They didn't quit when they failed. They kept going. They just tried different things. Okay, so you're not building military. Maybe build trucks. Maybe do this. Find a different way of doing things. So many times, people look, okay, so you didn't join the Marine Corps because you couldn't pass it, but you joined the Army. Hey, you know what? That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to give you a hard time, but you still did more than everybody else. Maybe you made it to the Marine Corps, but you didn't know how to do a mission. But you were taught that no matter what, you got to do the mission. You just maybe not do it the same way. Maybe you lost a guy. Maybe something happened. Maybe there was a couple IEDs. But guess what? Without the mission, then you all die. But you had to learn to get good through the mission, get to where you want to go. You know how many single moms and dads maybe not had the money for Christmas or something like that, so they had to find other means, other ways. You know what? They didn't fail, they succeeded. Why? Because they did what it took to make sure there was food on the table for their kids. My dad, who's a factory worker, did what it took for me to have, and he went without many, many times. The whole thing is, you got to find a way. You don't just say, oh, can't do it, goodbye. Oh, this isn't going to work, up, goodbye. No. That's why I always tell everybody, you got to get around the people that celebrate you, not tolerate you. If you've been beaten or abused for so long by the same family and friends, get around different people. They gave up on you a long time ago. You don't have to give up on them, but you know what? You don't have to continue to stay around them. You do not have to continue to put up with them. You can basically very easily get other friends. Get around those that are going to celebrate you. Get around those that pull you up. Get away from those that want everything you got but kick you when you're down. I see this too many times with people. They get around everybody that are so negative. And people that are smart, they love showing how smart they are by putting people down, by putting everybody in their place. And you want to know something? They get nowhere in life. You know why families have become successful in America? Is because they go by, they're as only as strong as their slowest or weakest link in a family, just like in the military. Everyone has to come out, so you're only as good as your slowest person. And you know what? That gets a lot done. We always forget that. It's easy to give up. It's easy to give in. You know what? I've gotten rid of family members in my life because one of the things they don't want to look at is they don't want to look at how negative they became. They don't want to look at how spoiled or, they live off something. I'm a Marine and I don't care what people think about me, but I do care that people contribute. I do care that people make a difference. I care that people learn to ask forgiveness. Now, are there people out there that I haven't forgiven? No, I've actually forgiven everybody. They're just people I just don't talk to anymore. Why? Because they don't care about what's going on. They don't care about your situation. All they care is what's in it for them. And Zig Ziglar said it best. Do enough for others, they will pull you up. Quit worrying about what's in it for you. You want to know something? I'm a God-fearing person, and I learned a long time ago, the more you do for others, the more you get back. Why? Because that's what God wants out of all of us. They want us to be successful. People don't understand this. To be successful, everybody's doing something different. But no matter what it is you're doing, you may have to find a different way of doing it. But every day, don't give up. Don't give in. Don't put up with people that belittle you and try to scare you and threaten you. And those people don't matter anymore. There's people out there that give 100% every day. And I hate to say this, but those that give 100%, you need to give 115%. Why? Because if you're used to giving 100%, you got to give more. One day you'll find out why. Because it benefits everybody. When everybody benefits, everybody's happy. I'd rather go to a party where everybody's there and everybody's loving each other than go to the party where there's only 2 or 3 people because nobody chose to come because we're too busy belittling them, putting them down. Be great every day, no matter who you are. Find a compromise somewhere. You have to do it. I admit, I'm one of the worst people at it. I've found things in my life that, guess what? I won't tolerate anymore. I've basically took for granted certain things that I will never take for granted again. And I was I got clocked many times over again because I thought there's people I could trust. Well, you know what? There are people I can trust. But those that I thought I could, I can't. It doesn't mean I don't love them any less. It doesn't mean I don't care about them. It just means I can no longer trust them. It just means I know they're going to go out there and say whatever makes them look great. That's okay. You guys want to look great? Let them. Do things by your actions. Show people you can make it by your actions. Achieve each mission. Go out and get your college. Go out and get your schooling. Go out and become a better person. You have to show, don't tell. Prove it. Don't force it. Be great every day because that's who you are. Every day you're great. Every day you have the opportunity of making somebody else's life better. And in turn, they will make your life even better. Why? Because you got to do for others before you ever do for yourself. And don't worry about the negative people in life. They'll learn. They will. Just know that you're great. All right, everybody. Have a great evening tonight. I'll talk to everybody soon. Have a good one.